What's up, friend? Hector here, StrongAsHeck.com with this week's workout of the week. Today we're going to be closing out our Snatch series, and you can see I've got 2 pairs of double bells. All right, we're going to be doing some double snatches today. This is going to be freaking awesome. Okay, I literally have no words. I'm so excited for today's episode. So, the Snatch is known as the SAR of kettlebell lifts, right? SAR is Russian for king, the king of kettlebell lifts. And you hear us say this a lot about many other exercises. Like for me, the clean and jerk is the black belt of kettlebell lifts. It is the lift, the most technical. It is pound for pound the best exercise for BJJ, for just general physical preparedness. You're working explosiveness, you're working strength, you're working upper body strength, you're working mobility, flexibility, speed, agility, quickness. You're working all those aspects with the double kettlebell clean and jerk. Okay, pound for pound, that is the best. You don't get any better. Now, the one downfall. People ask me, well, what's the one, if you had one movement, one kettlebell movement, you're stuck on an island, you're only allowed to do one kettlebell movement for strength, power, agility, coordination, fat loss, you name it, what would that be? And I will always say it's the kettlebell snatch. Like, but Hector, but you just said the clean and jerk is pound for pound the best. Yes, but it's clean and jerk. It's 2 movements. Okay, if you're only allowed one movement, if you're only allowed one movement to give you everything you need for strength, power, brute force, like everything, it's the snatch. And if you've got 2 bells, dude, you're in for one heck of a surprise. So every time I go through any kind of snatch program, when I'm rolling on the mat, I feel like invincible. I love the way my body feels when I'm snatching, especially when I get on the mat. I just feel like I can tear somebody apart. Now, does that always happen? No, but I feel that way when I get a grip, when I grab something, when I jerk someone and I move them, or I'm sweet or whatever, or if they're trying to escape one of my grips or who knows what, like I just feel powerful. And that always happens when I go through the snatch and even the clean and jerk. But like I said, one movement. If you only allowed one movement, it would be the snatch for strength, power, agility, quickness, like all that is wrapped up in the snatch. Single bell or double bell, but today we're going to be using doubles. We're going to be kicking this puppy up a notch. So today's workout actually comes from my upcoming ebook called the Snatch Blueprint, where we're going to be incorporating double kettlebell snatch, and we're going to be using 2 to 3 different size kettlebells, okay? But for today we're just going to be using 2. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to put all this in the description below, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to take a pair of bells that you can double snatch 5 times, okay? And let's just say it's a pair, like for a gentleman, let's just say it's a pair of 24s, okay? If that is your 5 rep max double bell snatch, we're going to consider that your absolute max, so your 100% max, okay? Even though it's a 5 arm, we're going to consider it 100% max. Then what you're going to do from there is you're going to take a calculator and you're going to do 24 kilos times 0.85, 85%, and that's going to give you your next bell size, which will likely be like a pair of 20s, okay? And then you're going to calculate a 75% bell, which will probably be the 16s. So your snatch bells for this workout, if the double 24s was your max, would be a pair of 16s and a pair of 20s, and you're going to be working on some double snatching. So for time constraints, I'm just going to run through this really quick. So your first sets would be a ladder with these 24s. For me, I'm going to use 24s as an example. 24s, this is my 75% bell. I've got a 3-4 ladder 3 times. Then I shift over to the 28s and I would do 2 snatches, 2 double snatches. Okay, so I'm going to put all the description below, but I'm just basically going to run through a set of each. That way you can see what it looks like. So compared to the single kettlebell snatch, we're going to bring the bells to the rack position and then re-hike between the legs. If it's light double snatches, like let's say if I were double snatching a pair of 16s, which is really not that challenging for my strength level, I will actually downcast them like it's a pair, like it's a single bell. And I even do the same exact thing with the 24, so I'll downcast them. But for today's workout of the week, it's just going to be a downcast, rehike, and then let it go. Once you start working your way, once I start getting to like the 28s, and when I'm double snatching the 32s, I bring them to the rack, and then I rehike and I go for safety purposes. How so? Well, let's just say a pair of 32s, that is a lot of force dropping straight down that you're trying to catch with your hips. And you just don't want something to go wrong. That risk versus reward, it's not there. And I've done the downcast with the double 32s, and I did it once, and it was awful. Not awful like I got hurt, but just it was really hard. It was really, really tough. So from now on, I just do downcast with the 28s and higher. 24s, I'll still do the downcast. But for today, downcast. Okay, I'm gonna get right into it. So today, we've got 3, 4, double snatch. Okay, you're going to rest in between each rung, and then you're going to do your double snatch with your 85% bell. And remember, these intensities, this percentages is based off of a 5 rep maximum. So double 32s is my 5 rep max. This is 85% of that. This is 75% of that. And I'm going to put all the details in the description. So I'm going to knock out 3 double snatches. Okay. And I'm actually going to turn this way, and I'm going to move these out of the way. Situational awareness. Never have bells in front of you or behind you. Okay? 3 double snatches, re-rack 3 times. Then I'm going to do 4, and then I'm going to do 2, and then it's your turn. All right? Here we go. Okay, there's my 3 double snatches. I'm going to rest. When you feel ready to go, you'll knock out your next set. So I'm going to talk a little bit, and I'm just going to talk a little bit to buy me some time. So a few things change when you're going from single bell snatching to double bell snatching. One thing that changes is there's a slight downward motion compared to a light kettlebell snatch, because you're actually kind of counterbalancing. So like if this was just 124, my hinge would look something like this. Okay, a nice hinge, got a little bit of flexion in my ankles. Okay, now when I do double bell snatch and I'm hiking, what would normally be here for single bell is actually here for doubles, to counter all that force that's coming back. And also, from there, I'm trying to get the bells straight up, so I got to get a lot more power involved. So it would look almost like a barbell snatch. Barbell snatch is here, coming straight up, right? Double kettlebell snatch, this would be my hinge, and with doubles, it is here. Really slight. Here, here. Get a little more quads involved with it, because I'm kind of counterbalancing all that extra, because it's double the weight now coming back through. Okay, because if I have double bells heavy and I try to maintain that same pattern, all that weight pulls me back. I could lose my balance, who knows what. So your body actually will naturally kind of counter and have you a little more upright. So if you see my hinge change a little bit, don't beat me up, all right? It's because I'm counterbalancing the 24s. So now I've got 4 double snatches, and then I'm going to move to the 28s. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, let me get these 28s in order. Switch it out. So I don't know if you noticed, my hinge changed just a tad bit, but it did. If you didn't, it did, okay? Rest a little bit, and I just got to set a 2 with these bad boys, and then it's your turn, okay? So, as I described in other workouts of the week when we cover the snatch, you're doing more work, which is why this is going to really blast some serious calories, is you're literally snatching the weight overhead. So you're moving that weight a greater distance, which requires more effort. And the more effort you put behind the bells, more energy you're going to expend. And that can lead to some pretty cool adaptations. Obviously strength, power. There's room for some lean muscle growth in the upper back. Obviously the legs, it's going to work the grip. And I mean, if you're not eating McDonald's every day, you'll see some pretty substantial fat loss. All right, double snatches, 28s. Let's hope I don't make a fool out of myself. This is real video. I am not editing this video. Literally, this is the set that I'm doing, and this is the set that you're seeing. So if I fail, you get to see it on YouTube, and then probably share it, and then maybe I'll be on one of those gym fails. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's do it, okay? Double snatch. We got 2. Bada bing, bada boom. Double snatches. You're going to be using, choose a pair of bells that you can double snatch 5 times. That's going to represent 100% of your maximum. From there, you're just going to do 2 calculations. 85%, you're going to find that one bell. For me, it was 28. 75%, that would be your lightest bell. So, ladies, if 12 kilograms is your double kettlebell snatch 5 rep max, you're going to be snatching the 10 kilos and the 8 kilo bells. Gentlemen, if your double snatches is 24s, more than likely you'll be using the 20s and the 16s. You badasses out there that can snatch 32s and higher, it's almost, the calculation is almost an exact full bell size down. Stay away from the intermediate bells. Don't use the 18s. Don't use the 22s. Avoid those bells. Try to stick with a little bit more of the traditional size kettlebells. 20 is not a traditional size kettlebell, but 16 to 24, that's a huge jump. So basically, leave at least a 4 kilo difference in between your bell sizes. Okay, go 24 to 28, 28 to 32 to 36, you get the idea. But try to avoid those little 2 kilogram jumps. With the ballistic exercises, we want those big jumps. Okay, with the grinds, you can work those smaller, the 2 to 2.5 kilo jumps. You can do that with grinds, okay, because it's a lot freaking heavier. The ballistic lifts, it's more of a submaximal weight, so you want those larger jumps between sets and between weights. So that's all I got for you this week. A little bit of a long-winded workout of the week, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to leave all the details in the description below. If you're loving these videos, give me a like, give me a share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out the other 2 videos that I have up here in the corners for the Snatch series, and I'll see you next week. Again, I'm Hector with StrongAsHeck.com with this week's Workout of the Week.